fans. Damon Jr. 2, DAMONJR at the number 2. I'm gonna give one date right now up top because they may not stay to the end out here.
Yeah, they're not.
Dallas,
Ooh.
Texas, March 24th. We're coming. We're less than a month away. We're trying to sell this thing out.
Here we go.
We're trying to sell this thing out here in Dallas. Dallas Comedy Club, 7:30 p.m. I'm coming through, headlining. It's gonna be a good time. Don't bring your deacon mama. It's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Giddy up.
Crazy.
Yeehaw, right?
Not at all. I don't know what Texas that. I don't go there.
Listen,
That's Dallas, right?
Not at all.
it's all about to be once this
10-gallon
Beyonce album
hats?
drop. I'll tell you that right
once
now.
that Beyonce drop,
Beyonce,
that act 2.
Yeah. Cowboy, it's about to be crazy. for
I said
people.
belt buckles.
Listen,
that little
man,
tie.
black people is about to act.
Turn. You saw how we did Black Panther? Oh boy.
Are y'all ready? As white people, are y'all ready for when we do country?
Black
No.
Country returns.
You should get ready.
People are gonna be so mad.
They already are.
They already are mad.
And we not even in. We in the preliminary.
Yeah, we just talking.
We
We
just
just
talking,
we
right?
ordering
We
stuff,
order- yeah, we
trying it out at
planning.
home. Ooh, get this off Temu. Ooh, let me try this
Yeah.
on. We ain't
Yeah.
even telling people.
Yeah.
And
We
if-
on
if-
Shein.
Yeah, and if white people want anybody to blame, blame Luke Bryan and that kind of group.
Oh no.
That group of like stadium country.
I'm gonna tell you right now, country been black.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying is,
I just don't think it was paid attention to be honest. Like every black, I would say a good percentage of black women that I know have been listening to country forever. A lot of them listen to country. Like my grandparents, like everybody listen to country. It's just like who else I'm gonna talk to? You know what I'm saying? Like, now Beyonce did like, oh, we back in the game.
We back
We up.
in this day.
Yeah.
We
You
back.
let
I'm
y'all hold
excited.
it for a little bit. You made it a hot
Have a
line.
good time. Having a good time.
is there any other artist off the top of your head you wish would go country?
Wish would go country. That's a unique question.
Mm.
Who would I wish would go country? That's a good question. I've got no answer.
I don't have an answer, but I will throw this out there that we don't give Nelly the respect for being country.
Uh-oh.
We don't. If you go back and listen,
He had a few
It was
hits.
called country grammar. Like it
He
was.
did the song with Tim McGraw.
But
too.
even before then,
Before that, he
before
was
then,
letting
if you
y'all
listen
know-
to how it like rhythmically, it was kind of country.
Okay.
Nelly,
Well,
Nelly
black
was
people are
first.
organically country.
Well, yeah, yeah. Y'all didn't drop us off in Seattle.
You put us in skyscrapers?
It wasn't. What you talking
about?
We didn't dropped off in Manhattan.
What do you think my mule and my acre
Yeah.
is?
Who
Okay?
was doing the cowboy work?
What
It
was
wasn't-
happening?
You think y'all was the first cowboys?
Everybody black was just city slickers.
What? Yeah.
They jumped from slavery to the Harlem Renaissance.
Right.
You missed the period, okay? That was a middle point.
That's what happened when white people write history, man. Y'all act like stuff didn't happen.
You know, Langston Hughes.
Like we was the country people. Who? What
I
y'all? Y'all was
lived in the
working. Oh,
country.
y'all was working now.
I
Oh,
grew
now
in
y'all
the
was
country.
working.
Yeah.
I ate in the country. We ate country food.
Right.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
we did all this other country stuff, but then didn't do like we didn't have the music.
Ham hocks.
Y'all was playing
cocktails.
music for yourselves. You was entertaining yourselves.
You knew the banjo, white girl?
Yeah,
No.
banjo originated in West Africa.
Yeah, I'm reading a book on the history of the banjo.
West African. Yeah,
Yeah, first 4 chapters
Yeah.
have been very tough.
yeah.
You're reading a book on the history of the banjo.
He's a banjo guy.
It's an audio book.
He's a banjo guy. He's a banjo guy.
Yeah, I got 2 songs under my belt now.
Yeah, he's a banjo guy.
Huh.
We knew this. You didn't know this?
I did not know
He
this.
got it. It's behind his head in a lot of the pictures that.
There's a lot of things behind his head that shouldn't be touched.
Okay.
This is something I'm
He has an American
I'm,
Captain America shield.
He got.
I'm actively
But it's next to that is the banjo.
I'm
Yeah,
actively
neither one of them
learning
should be
the
picked
banjo.
up and utilized.
I'm with the banjo. Steve, you know, following the lines of Steve Martin. You know.
I'm trying.
But yeah, did that blow your mind?
It like so I knew that it was a combination
Yeah.
of a bunch of different
Yeah.
instruments,
The banjo.
but
Yeah, we did it first.
is
Yeah.
is it surprising that something that is
that you love.
stereotypically white culture has roots in not white culture?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that was as surprising as it would have been to me 20 or 10 years ago.
Yeah. I think the only reason it's surprising is because I feel like it wouldn't be surprising if you would have grew up seeing more black people do it. We just moved on. We were like, y'all gonna steal that? All right, cool. We're gonna do something else. And that's what happened. Y'all steal it? Okay, we gonna do something else.
Yeah,
That's
once
the
you try to
history of
steal-
black creatives.
We just like, all right.
all right, fine. You
We'll make
ruined
something
it.
better and new
Yeah,
again.
we are. I always say black people we're the remix people. You give us something, we gonna remix it and then
Again.
make it better. And you're like, ooh, and you're like, then fine, have
But then
that.
we'll just keep
We gon-
making
we
up
gon-
new
we-
stuff.
Yeah, we'll just keep making new stuff.
Y'all would be in trouble if there were no black people.
Man,
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
on many different levels.
On many levels. I think every level.
I don't want to say it, but
I think every level. It's the last week of Black History. We got to say it.
oh yeah, then every level.
Every
I feel very
level.
empowered to
Every-
say
yeah.
it. Now.
Well, if there were no black people, as the representative,
Yes.
what would y'all hold down independently well?
This is good.
That's a good question.
That's why I
What do you
asked
feel?
Talk to the
Man.
people. You're
Speak with-
live
speak
right
with
now.
your chest.
You're on the
Curling?
internet. No.
Yeah, anything ice related.
I think
I don't
about
We were running on ice. They were chasing us on ice.
I think about 60%.
Where?
From up top.
Oh, top where?
They were coming up top and down.
In Africa?
They were coming up top and down. It gets cold in the winter.
Yeah.
Where?
I think about
Yeah.
40% of the Winter
Ethiopia.
Olympics would be just fine.
40% of the Winter Olympics
Would
Yeah.
be fine.
would be fine.
Would be okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
Snowboarding,
yeah, men's.
the luge,
Yeah,
maybe.
not bobsledding. Yeah,
Not
One for the
bobsledding.
money, two for the
We'd
show.
be fine with the luge, whichever is the one with the rifle and the skis. I think that one's gonna be.
So you got 4 sports
we
in
got
the winter
4
time.
sports.
Okay.
So
Yeah, y'all are dead.
And you're welcome.
you're done.
All right, you ready?
all right, let's jump into it. Let's just start with white-black interaction. So Kevin Durant first came back from the All-Star break. They are in Dallas, correct? Kevin Durant
Yeehaw.
running on the court, giddy up. Dallas, we're gonna be in Dallas.
Yeah.
Damon is. Weird.
Taking credit for black people again.
Once again.
Hey, y'all like who?
We. Who is we?
No,
Nathan
I'm
will
gonna.
not be there.
I'm gonna be in McKinney, Texas. That's the show I got. So he's running out, and a fan just yells that he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Just throws it out there.
My.
It's-
Before the game.
before
As
the
they're
game,
running to warm up.
he's running to
Yeah.
warm up. So Durant is like fresh off the All-Star break.
Fresh.
I have time.
I'm in no rush. I'm in no rush.
Walks over. The lady immediately, if you're watching, you can see the act out. Immediately puts her hand up for the cartoonish dap.
Yeah. She tries to.
Like she's coming in big, like a lot of shoulder,
Yeah.
hands
Shoulder
above
should
the
never be
head,
involved in the dap. That's how you know it was a fraudulent dap.
and she's with a guy, and the guy is trying to calm things down because Durant's coming over to be like, "You can't do that."
This is a white couple.
Yes.
Middle aged.
Wait a minute. You had that was in question.
I know. I want people to know.
It
I
was-
want
For
people
the
to
cameras.
context.
Got you. Okay.
Context. This is a middle-aged white couple.
Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And then so Durant's talking to him like, "Hey, you can't talk to me like that. Like I'm not gonna do it. Like we're not cool." Because she kept saying like, "We're cool. We're cool. We're
No, we're
cool."
not.
Why you think you cool? How you
Not
get
at
to how you get to call yourself cool?
Not at all.
That's never worked.
Never
The best
worked.
part and the part that we have to address
Must address
is
this.
the guy goes, "I have a sports podcast."
Go.
Durant
immediate.
immediately turns around and
Like
leaves.
I don't think he got cast her out. He heard pop, and Durant did a complete
Boom.
180 and was
I'm
like,
gone.
"This conversation is not with the. I'm out."
I'm out.
And walked away.
You phony.
Yet
Ay,
again,
ay, ay.
Yet again,
Ay,
people
ay,
thinking
ay.
they can say whatever.
Whatever
I'm
they
growing
want.
respect for Kevin Durant.
Oh, I like this.
Like people, we like to throw him under the bus for
They
his
do.
interaction with fans and all this
Sure.
other stuff. Hey man, he does as the kids say. He stand on business.
Stand on business.
You know what I mean? Like to turn around, and then I think the more impressive thing was he told them not to kick them out.
He did. He did tell them that.
He told them not.
he
What
did
was
tell
the
them that.
reason? You remember the reason
told
why
them
he
not to
said?
kick him out. Yep.
You don't remember? I was hoping you did, because I don't remember it myself. But
Okay.
I imagine it has something to do with like, yeah, I want you to sit in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I want you to sit in this, which is like I respect. In my mind, he did it because he's like, oh, because I got my people are 3 rows back, and we gonna watch you.
Watch it the whole time.
Yeah, I would love to you walk around just paranoid, like when he gonna send his friends.
If you're growing, your respect is growing for Durant. My disgust for fans is continuing to grow as well.
That's
you know,
fair.
I don't really care about fans, especially real fans who are not real fans. The fact that you can just assume to think that you could call somebody out their name, a stranger. You couldn't do that on the street walking into a Walmart. You're on the ground if you buy my Walmart. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Right
you
now.
on the ground by my Walmart.
For
Okay,
sure.
call me out my name
Them
at an
fighting words.
event, and then put you this fake Animaniacs dap up out here, and think we're cool. We're cool. We're cool. It's outlandishly silly to me.
Yeah.
I think fandom has taken a terrible turn over the last couple of decades, where the entitlement is gotten to the point of physical and verbal disrespect. It's just unfortunate. It's really silly.
It's
Really silly. You look really dumb.
And we've talked about this a lot, where people just don't look at players as people.
Really don't.
Yeah.
Players are
Entertainers.
characters. to them.
Entertainers. Anybody in the entertainment
with
space.
the light and the
Entertainment space. It's like, oh, you're on a stage or you're presenting something for me. Oh, well, then you can just do whatever I desire. I pay
Yeah.
$42 and $12 for parking and a $6 hot dog.
Shoot.
What are you talking about?
And you can still get these hands.
You can still get these hands.
Yeah.
Still get these
Kill,
hands.
and I'm not even I'm bringing a chair. I might bring a taser.
We already know Damon is.
Oh, I'm
fighting.
bringing all type of weapons.
Yeah.
Do not fight me. You will.
You'll die.
You will.
Damon has made it clear you'll die.
You will
Man, I
die.
tried to tell you.
You
I will
die.
kill a man.
I'm saying no. I was trying to make sure you had to say it.
I'll say it.
So it's not premeditated. If it happens,
I might.
I'm trying to help you out, bro.
Damon will kill you, or at the very least, you will be maimed.
Yeah, you will be unconscious.
You will not. If you wake
Listen,
up, you will not wake up the same kind.
I'm not
of
using any
person.
fists. That's how I fight. I'm not using fists.
That's fair.
Damon's at all tools.
Yeah, all adults.
All tools.
Nah,
all
If we
the
had a
time.
fight in this room right here, they can't see the room, but there's a lot of equipment in here. You think I would ever consider using my fingers balled up? Stop. This tripod is in yet. What? I can't do it.
I just think we need a solution, a better solution for this
For
fan
this
problem.
Yes.
Better
Right, I feel like
solution.
we ban them,
Okay.
we kick them out, we try public shame.
Yeah.
We gotta try hitting people.
We gotta try physicality.
We gotta try physicality.
We gotta
I'll,
try that.
I'll say it again. I think NBA players
Should.
should be able to trade 2 fouls
Okay.
to hit a fan.
All
right. I'm gonna say this.
Okay. What you got?
I don't think the players should have to touch anybody.
Okay.
I think halftime shows should be exclusively.
Oh.
You rally up the people that have been doing this,
Uh-huh.
and then if you got fans who got your back,
Ah.
They handle it.
Royal Rumble.
Okay.
yeah,
Little half court instead of the mascot.
Yeah, instead of the mascot,
Bring them out here.
Yeah.
Bring them out there.
No more plate
My
spinning.
Kevin Durant's fans versus these people. Kevin Durant
Ooh.
picks his 2 fighters.
Ah.
He picks his
Pick
2.
your champion.
Yeah, he picks his champion,
Fight.
and then he fights them, and then we all win.
I'm not mad at that.
I
And
like
then
that.
I'm mad at that.
if you take that beat, you get to go back to your seat.
Sure.
But you got beat up. Like you got
Publicly.
fought publicly. Yeah.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah. We need to bring back consequences.
Flogging. That's what we need to bring back. Let's get some
I
flogging
never know
in
what
there.
what is that exactly?
Whipping, baby.
Is that what that
Get
is?
the whips back out here.
I think it's
I've
beating with something.
Flogging is beating with something.
I've always seen
A
it with
whip is
like you
something.
know those little like billy
Yeah.
clubs that like British cops
I think
have.
they do anything.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was
Well,
that.
British cops
I
don't.
can't
really.
advocate for a whip.
No, it's a whip or a stick.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
yeah,
No, we-
So
I don't
switch.
I don't want to advocate for a whip. That feels like I can't do that.
no, that was ours first.
What?
Yeah, when we was, woo, get over here, cop, woo. Wow.
Hey,
and
y'all
then
hear,
they took it. And
y'all
we
hear
have to
something
remix
wild?
it.
My brother
Oh,
realized.
What you got?
When I was a kid, I had a whip, like a leather whip.
You had a whip as
I had
a
a
kid?
whip. I don't know who gave it to me.
Okay, I was about to ask how you.
I'm
were-
I
intrigued.
feel like my grand. I don't
Indiana
know,
Jones
bro.
costume.
Like I had I just had a whip. I had a whip.
Yeah, you probably got it from
Why-
a black elder relative.
I might have.
It was their whip.
I don't know. I was
Passed
me and my brother
down.
talking that one day. I was like, "Why did you?" I don't know. I was in the woods whipping stuff, and my parents just let me do this.
That's it.
That's insane.
It kind of sounds like a good time.
No, I'm a black kid.
No,
Going in the woods.
we
to
had
whip
whips
stuff?
first.
Unless
Chin-
I'm-
We made whips.
That's fine. Unless
Chinese and Egyptian cultures around the same
You see
time.
Egyptian? You see
okay.
that?
Even if that's the case,
Shout out to China.
they're whipping some. I'm out here just.
Whipping dinner.
I didn't whip anything
Whip
but
a
like
pigeon.
tree.
Pow, get your dinner.
No, no, that's not even what that was for. It was for brutalizing
You didn't think they were
other
using
people.
whips for food?
No, I don't think they were using whips to hunt.
That feels
Absolutely.
very
Absolutely.
not.
You don't think they were using whips for food to hunt?
No.
Man, y'all crazy. Have you seen a master whipper?
You gotta be with them.
Have you seen a master whipper? They can do anything with the whips.
They can, but
Thank you.
also
It doesn't.
maybe
kill
it's not as
things.
Are
effective.
you insane?
It's not as effective.
Man, I didn't say it was as effective. If I have limited resources, because it's the 1310s.
I would trust myself with a rock before I trust
Not at
myself
all.
with the whip.
Y'all are both, no, I'm eating very
Personally.
good. This squirrel, this rabbit, this ferret over here.
Historians.
Whip it. Gone.
If we have, because we have several.
There's no historians if they're watching
There's
this
so many
podcast at 9 a.m.
historians that
I'm going to
watch
tell you right.
us.
There's zero
you're
historians
grading your
watching the
papers,
podcast at 9 a.m.
Usually,
In
well, the thing
history.
is, Wednesday we don't have any historians.
Tuesday, we might got
Tuesday.
several historians
Big
out there.
historians.
Several Tuesdays. Several on
So,
Tuesday.
Y'all historians, all the professors watching right
Yeah.
I
now.
got a whip. I
Sound.
gotta discuss this. I
Yeah.
gotta deep
Now,
dive
you had
into
a
that.
whole whip.
Bro, I'm like, what?
Did your brother have, or sister have a whip?
No, they just watch me
They
whip
just
things.
watch you whip things.
Like, what David out there just
Whipping things.
just whipping stuff.
That's
I
a
remember kids
master
in neighborhoods
whipper?
was like,
Did you watch Indiana Jones?
I never seen that movie once in my
Never
life.
once. Never once.
Because that's like when I think whip,
Bro,
That was the first
I
TV
think
movie.
a kid wanting a whip.
Sure,
Bro,
that's a
probably
fair-
saw Indiana
I ain't
Jones.
never seen Indiana Jones in my life. That's what makes it more strange.
That makes it more strange.
All I
That is
saw was
strange.
probably slavery movies.
As a kid?
Oh, you don't know my father.
I don't know. I don't know that well.
My dad had me listen.
Ay,
my
ay,
dad-
ay.
my dad
As a
had-
child?
My dad had me read a book called Without Sanctuary. I was like 9, and I would not recommend anybody look. I would recommend you look it up, and then you might understand who I am as a person.
I'm not even going to look it up. I
Don't
don't want that
do
in
it.
my algorithm.
I saw Schindler's List at 10.
What?
Yeah.
At 10?
Yeah, my dad. This is my dad. He's very coach. He was like, "You gonna watch Schindler's List and also West Side Story." So I watched a movie about the Holocaust and then a musical, Gotta Rock It, and like both at the same time. If you want to know who I am as a person, that's it.
Also, a musical about racism.
Yeah. We were more into the song and dance part.
I
I
want to
picked
talk
that
about
up later.
He had already enough racism going on.
Yeah,
He needed something light.
Yeah, this was a
Yeah,
light.
okay.
That was light
That
racism.
was light rate. They had on jackets.
Yeah,
All right. This was
but
a good time.
I watched that as a child.
My.
So
What a
yeah,
time.
If you're a parent, put on Star Wars or something.
he never played Star Wars.
That's got more racism too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I never seen Star Wars
it's a
till
lose-lose.
adulthood.
It's a lose-lose.
I'm just trying to paint a picture of who I am as a person.
Just help the people understand.
Now
who
y'all
you are.
know. Now you
Now
know.
you
If
know.
You didn't know.
10-year-old David Perdue watching Schindler's List with a whip. Just
Yeah, with the whip.
Whip
and
it.
Followed up by West Side Story.
that's how we changed the channel.
Yeah. Que Sarah Sarah right after that, you know?
What a time.
I am not well. This is the makings of a comedian.
The
His dad was like,
makings.
"Put in West Side Story." David's like, "Wow."
Yeah.
Yeah.
UHF.
I hit the VHS play.
Pull the tape out. Put
Yeah.
West Side Story in.
Yeah, my child was
My.
weird.
All
All right,
time to be alive.
let's stay on the topic of fans.
All right.
Because we had a court storming that
Yes.
ended with an injured player. Now this is men's basketball.
College.
So, yeah. So I don't
College men's basketball.
I don't know all the context. Wake Forest beat Duke.
Yep.
That's-
Upset.
Which is an upset.
It's an upset.
Wake Forest
It's an
should never
upset.
beat Duke.
in week four, in their
Forest,
home.
Wake Forest.
So home fans are there.
Court gets stormed.
Boom.
Duke player gets run into a couple times.
Yeah.
Ends up being carried off the court.
Got hurt. Hurt his knee.
This is a couple months after Caitlin Clark was hit by a fan.
Yeah,
When
who's
Iowa State beat Iowa, I believe that's who it was.
yeah.
Girl was on her phone, not even paying attention.
And so a lot of people now the dialogue has
discussion.
come up: should court storming exist?
Okay. Carry on.
I have always thought court storming was really cool,
Okay.
but you just need enough of a delay
Sure.
to get players off the court.
Okay.
It's that
Because of a
it's that
safety
sim-
level for you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It's that simple. You can't expect a bunch of 20-year-olds
Okay.
to think, "Hey, let's not run into these 5 people."
Sure.
Like
Sure.
guys are getting like it's insane that it exists, and it's insane that not worse has happened yet.
That's that last sentence right there. It is interesting when you really think about like how haven't there been over time
Yeah.
football. Like I mean, just
Oh,
you
it's
got
crazy.
like
It's chaos.
chaos.
Pure chaos.
Yeah. What you got?
Have you ever stormed the court?
Never.
Anybody ever stormed the
You
court?
saw the corn before?
No.
Or
I
a
have-
field or anything?
I have
You saw-
once.
Where at?
When I was in Morehouse.
Okay.
We only have one sport that you could do that in.
Okay.
That there's enough people there, and we played Clark Atlanta because they're right there.
Right there.
And we beat them.
Football, basketball.
Basketball.
Okay, basketball.
And yeah, I stormed the court.
Okay.
How'd it
And
feel?
I was like, this is my one moment
one
to
moment
be
here.
like in a real
Ah!
college setting.
Yep.
And that's why I would say you got to keep it.
Okay.
You got to keep it as is, and you just got to pray that nobody gets hurt.
As
Because
is.
it's fun to run past
Huh?
an opposing player
Uh-huh.
and just get them with you lost.
Mm.
You lost. It doesn't mean anything. You rope it off, and then they're walking away. I
Mm.
can't antagonize you the way I want to. Now, this is 19-year-old David talking.
19-year-old David.
37-year-old David is like, hey, man, good game. Let's all get to our cars and
Let's
go
get to our
home.
cars and go home.
18, 19-year-old David needed to run across, find a Clark Atlanta student, double barrel,
Yeah.
and
Hilarious.
tell them how much they suck,
Yeah.
and then jump around with a bunch of people who I got chemistry with.
I don't think court storming will ever stop or change until a higher person, really gets significantly hurt, right? Like it would have to be right, like if I go pros,
Yeah.
Luka, you know what I'm saying, Giannis.
But they don't do it in
big dogs.
professionals. though.
No, I was trying to give people context,
Oh,
man. I know
okay.
college sports, just some names of like how big,
Yeah.
right? Like Caitlin Clark to me is the biggest, hands down, college basketball player on the planet.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say she tore her ACL.
Right.
I think court storming would either at minimum
Yeah.
have strong parameters
Yeah.
or it would be banned.
There's already like a fine. Like, did you see when LSU
I didn't see that.
men beat?
They
I
fined
forgot-
the school.
They fined them 100,000 because like Angel Reese rushed the court. Like she was with him. She,
I don't know.
Yeah, because she again watching the men's LSU men.
Sure.
And they won. I forgot who they beat, but
Yeah.
they stormed the court, and she's
Yeah.
right there with them.
Yeah.
And I think they beat Kentucky. Was it
Sure.
Kentucky?
Somebody
I think it was
big,
Kentucky.
probably.
Somebody big,
Mm.
and there's like $100,000 fine
Yeah.
that the school pays.
It's not
Which
going to
is
change
like,
until
what-
somebody
that's chump change.
on the team gets really hurt.
Yeah.
Like, but high profile, respectfully.
Which is, I mean, if you pay attention to
It's
college
unfortunate.
basketball,
Mm.
this is that.
Nobody does.
And that's the other problem.
Specifically
But,
men's.
but
college
they're
basketball.
saying this guy who got hurt is a top 10
Oh,
pick.
they
He's
did say that.
fine. We thought Caitlin Clark might be out for the season, and now she broke all the records. Like,
That's just
I
true.
think people in the moment, you're gonna be like, "This could hurt me forever," and then they're back in practice and they're perfectly fine. Like he got quartered off. I'm pretty sure he's gonna play the next game.
But if she was out for the season, you don't think there would have been any parameters?
Of course, there
Right,
would
right.
be.
I'm saying so
Yeah.
it has to be a high profile and a significant injury.
Yeah.
It's almost like the tush push where people keep like, is it gonna get banned or not? When Mahomes get hurt trying to do what I'm saying, somebody big get hurt trying to do something
Then-
crazy.
yeah, then
All right, you're hurting too much money because that's what
Yeah.
it's about. It's
Yeah.
bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Caitlin
That's
Clark
true.
has sold out a whole conference by herself, a tournament. So it's like, oh no, you're messing up my bottom line. We don't mess with the bottom line in America.
That's true.
But
Or
until
white
then,
people.
or white people, which ties back to the bottom line.
Yeah.
And so at the end of
Yeah.
the day, right, if it ain't talking about money, then it ain't going nowhere.
It's not a war on drugs
Nah,
until
nah,
well,
nah, nah,
that's we'll leave that for the
We'll leave that
people
for
to-
another day.
Would y'all ban it
No,
if you could?
No, I wouldn't ban it.
You know.
I think it's a great part of the college experience.
Yeah.
I do think good things can have parameters.
Yeah, I think if you put the parameters, like if the time, like waiting to people leave or whatever, I think it ruins it. I would try to start a new tradition. Like instead of this might also be chaos too, but instead of running on the court, find like a central spot in campus,
Okay.
and you have people rush there. Like, what if you saw mass exodus of your
I
fans,
see what you're saying.
and they all running to
Run to the student
then
union or something.
Yeah, but also like there's some sort of prize you can win if you're like the first.
Now it's a
however
scavenger
many-
hunt.
or something like something else outside of that.
Sure.
Just like that's like a I don't know. I always like it when in mass like teams or fans do something like when everybody stands until the first
Right.
point is
Yeah,
made.
yeah, that's true.
Or like
That's a
people are
good time.
jumping or the dude like parks the like
That's
there's
a good
certain
time.
fun things
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I like. I'm like use this moment to create your own thing.
Yeah. If they're gonna change it and we lose the effect of it,
Yeah.
then let's just create something
Just
brand
create
new.
something brand new.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
All right,
Innovation.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's talk NBA mascots.
Okay.
All right, so they released the highest paid NBA mascots in the league right now.
Don't tell us yet.
Well, that's what Damon sent it.
I didn't pay attention.
There we go.
I just copy link.
I want to know if y'all can guess out of the 5 who it is, and as a bonus, how much these mascots are making.
My first guess, NBA.
NBA.
First guess, Benny the Bull.
He's top 5.
Benny
He's
Bull's
not
got-
number one.
Benny
He's
Bull's
not
got-
number one.
Benny Bull's got to be top 5 for sure. I'm gonna say the Denver Nugget dude.
It's number 1.
Oh, that's number 1. Yeah.
He's not even. He's
You
not,
got-
we
you
don't
got
even know
number-
his name. How's he number one?
No,
You got number 1, number 3.
Number 1, number 3.
Benny,
What is it? What is it? Denver Nuggets name?
Rocky.
Nobody
Rock-
even knows.
Rocky the Mountain Lion.
Mountain
He's
Lion.
not as impressive. Benny pops up in all the commercials.
Yeah.
He's way more popular.
Benny be
Benny's
popping.
more recognizable.
This is
Yeah,
that.
he got to get his money. Benny, get your money,
The
man.
Hawk. Is Atlanta Hawks on there?
Harry the Hawk is number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
He
So
do a
Okay, so
lot.
we got 4 and 5.
Atlanta's doing something right.
4 and 5 we got left.
You got 4 and
All
5.
right, we cooking. 4
Uh,
and 5. NBA.
I think you could get 4 if you really think about it.
Huh.
Number 5 is a wild card.
Charlotte.
That's what I thought. I thought the Hornet.
That's
Charlotte
back
Hornet?
in the day. That's like a
Yeah.
Oh,
legacy.
that's
That was
number
old school.
5. I didn't think that was the one y'all were going to get.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
no,
mascot,
the
the starter
yeah,
jackets?
Yeah,
Oh.
that face is very recognizable.
Yeah, quick, without
Yeah.
And
question.
then
Hugo
4,
the Hornet.
yeah, Hugo.
Hugo
I remember
the
you played with
Hornet.
him on NBA Jam.
Look at that.
That's how I remember Hugo.
Shout out to
Hugo
the
the Hornet.
minorities.
And
Hugo.
4,
Mm.
who else has a
Big mascot in the NBA.
Raptor? Is it the Raptor?
It's not. I will
Give
say
it to us.
this mascot is not the team nickname.
Oh,
Not
this
the team.
I'ma lose
oh, now they're doing too much. Now they've given
Oklahoma City Thunder.
No.
That's what we got.
Yeah, that's
Give it
too
to us.
small a
This
market.
is Go the gorilla.
Oh,
the
Phoenix.
Suns.
That's
mascot.
that's the only one I really know.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
that makes sense.
All right, now go ahead and give
Yeah.
me the money.
So 5-1.
Yep,
Hugo 100K.
yep,
Go 200K.
yep.
Mhm.
Benny 400K.
Mm.
Go ahead, Benny.
Harry
Yep.
600K.
Okay,
Harry out here living in Buckhead. Good.
come on.
Rocky the Mountain Lion 625K
And what's the
a
question?
year.
What's the question for us? Trash.
Okay.
Oh,
Trash.
we getting
Trash. Trash.
We back on trash. We had trash in a minute. Go
We had
ahead.
trash.
My. This
Go ahead,
is
cook.
absolutely asinine.
Go ahead and cook. Go
This
ahead,
is
cook.
absolutely disgusting. I don't like to keep bringing up hardworking men and women. And I first off, I don't even know their face. Okay, they could be a terrible person. So show us their face. If they've got no lips, we know they're terrible people. We know this off top. Okay, that's number one. The fact, all labor is skilled labor. That's my umbrella.
Okay.
But let me take that off and now say, these people, okay, they, all right, should be getting at best Panera Bread money. Okay, listen to me.
Repel from the
Listen
ceiling.
to me. You know how much a clown gets paid? Exactly. Okay? Nothing. Okay?
Mascots are not clowns.
Yes, they are. Are you
Wait,
insane?
what's the difference?
There's not a ton of difference.
Okay.
But I will say a clown's purpose
Mm-hmm.
is to make you laugh at a circus.
I would disagree.
A mascot is an ambiance.
You've only
thing.
seen, circuses go other places besides, clowns go other places besides circuses.
I know, and I don't like him.
I'll never laugh at a clown.
Mainly
And this-
McDonald's.
Who's laughing at a clown? Let's focus.
Nobody
You get me sidetracked. Okay, he's
I'm
speaking
saying-
out of trauma and PTSD.
I'm saying there's
Chill
a
on the
difference.
clowns. These people, okay, they do absolutely nothing. They bring very little good to our lives. If you take a mascot out of the sports world, we're not losing any sleep.
You ever seen a mascot?
We're
up
not,
close?
I've never seen a mascot I cared about in
I
an
don't like 'em.
instance.
Bro,
Okay?
bro.
Are they first responders?
No.
I got nurses doing Uber at night. They just got off a shift. Man's got a machete in their head.
Maybe.
$46,000 in Macon, Georgia.
Maybe instead
and
of going
this
to nursing
fat
school.
guy in a gorilla suit is getting $200,000.
That's
Get
where you're
out of
wrong.
here, man. Beat it.
That's what you're
Burn
wrong.
it to the ground.
First off,
Burn it to the ground.
if you're a nurse,
Woo! Shout out to
That
communism.
is-
This is disgusting.
if you're a nurse that's
America be
mascots
trash
are making more
sometimes.
money,
$600,000
yeah.
to be in a suit and flip into a net? Get out of my face. I'm disgusted. Kill yourself. I'm sick of it out here.
So mad.
I really hate how we do money. This is insane. This is crazy.
And how much do they make again?
600,000. 620,000.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know
a whole
single-
school right now in South Atlanta. Right now,
I don't know
whole
a s-
school. Kids got old books. Ain't even got Obama in their books, and this man got 400,000 because he know how to dribble with bull hands. Get out of here and get a real job, you fool. Beat it.
I can't believe I'm gonna defend mascots.
Please try to defend $600,000 of hard-earned money for mascots. Carry on.
I don't know a single nurse that can dunk off a trampoline.
You don't know nurses. He ain't been to Grady? What are you talking
No,
about?
he-
Like a trampoline?
They don't
That
need
that
it.
takes
I know some nurses
skill.
don't need
Don't
it.
need a
It's not
trampoline.
about the need. The trampoline adds an element to it. First off, mascots terrify me.
Okay.
I don't like to interact with them. I don't like to be near them.
How you gonna pay some $600,000 you hate?
I'm not saying 600,000.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're defending.
I am saying
That's what you're defending. Hundreds of $1,000s for mascots.
they do more. Yes.
Do you? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Carry on. Carry on.
They do a lot more
Yeah.
than just be there.
For example.
Rocky can rappel from the ceiling. I've seen him do that. They do skits in between. They're
cares?
they're a warm up act.
Nobody
They are
needs
warm
them.
back.
They're,
We got
they're-
fat men in skirts doing that. We got cheerleaders. We got
You
kids
don't-
with leukemia over here doing that.
You don't.
There's
know.
a lot of different type of
What?
warm up going right
You-
now.
If you're a
See,
kid doing leukemia, with leukemia doing warm up,
She's not watching. She's asleep.
No, I'm saying,
Focus.
stop.
Okay.
Because here's the thing:
Somebody else do
is
it.
you do this to me a lot.
Do what to you a
Where
lot?
you go, you are not everybody. You don't need mascots.
No. Nobody needs mascots.
I would say 60% of people in stadiums
Nobody needs mascots.
want the mascot.
Nobody's
there.
paying $66
wanna
plus
interact
parking
with them.
plus $12 for water for the mascot.
You go to-
Nobody's doing that.
You go to a Braves game.
Nobody's
You
doing that.
watch Blooper go into a section.
Who is Blooper?
the Braves mascot?
The Freeze dude?
No.
No,
The
no,
freeze
no.
dude is a whole nother person.
They've got two mascots.
Well, the freeze isn't really.
How
a
much is the
mascot.
black man who looks like the Incredibles' friend? How much is he getting paid?
I don't know his.
Can we
salary.
pull up his numbers?
We
If
can-
he's
How
making
much
it
is the
less 6
Freeze?
digits, we're burning
He's
it to the
He's
ground.
100% making less.
He's definitely not making 100.
He's not making he races white people all the time, and he's not getting 6 figures.
Definitely not.
Burn it to the
But
ground, man.
he works for racetrack.
Burn it to the. He works for racetrack.
It's a racetrack.
He's a
He's got a
contracted.
gas station job.
Yeah.
Burn it to the ground.
I was
You don't believe this in your heart. I believe this with my fiber. You
We-
don't
we
believe
hear
what
it.
you're saying.
I am saying
don't believe that.
when you watch a mascot go into a section, people in that section go crazy.
Stop it, bro.
People do go crazy.
Stop
They
it,
go
bro.
needs to
crazier
stop.
than they
Stop it,
do
bro.
during the game. I'm not saying it's
Kids
me.
too.
Kids
Mainly
love it.
kids. I hate
Kids
it.
absolutely love it.
I
don't.
Kids pee in the bed. Nobody
I
care about
was in a-
kids.
I don't like mascots.
Yeah.
Let me just. I'm getting this out there.
Yeah.
I don't like mascots. I don't like to interact with mascots.
Okay.
But I
Don't
understand.
defend stuff you don't like.
But I see their value.
Bro, the scariest moment of my 2024 happened.
2024. This is only February.
I know. Scariest moment of my 2024 happened in January. I was at McDonald's. I was in the drive-thru.
Okay.
And I was like, dang, there's a lot of kids at this McDonald's. It was late at night. I was coming back for something.
Sure.
It wasn't late at night, but it was probably like 7.
Evening, yeah.
Right? And I was like, there's a lot of kids. And I'm in the drive-thru, and all of a sudden, in my rear view, and it's like right here, I see this big old purple thing, and it's Grimace. And it's Grimace looking at me. Like, I was not prepared. So I'm sitting there and I go, whoa, like this. And Grimace is walking. He had left out the inside and they were like shuffling him to another place. Apparently it's like school function and Grimace is giving out like school stuff. I almost skirt out of this thing. I almost ran because I wasn't I didn't know that I was
prepared for Grimace?
I was not prepared for Grimace. I never had more fear in my heart.
Oh my
than
goodness.
that brief moment. I go, my brain could not process what I was seeing in the moment, and he wasn't moving. He was just kind of like this.
Oh no, I'm out. I'm out, bro.
Like he was waiting to get escorted
I don't need
somewhere.
this double
So
cheeseburger.
his face is just, it's a mascot face. So it's just, he's not moving. He's just like
Oh
this.
no, I'm
So
gone.
I was like, oh,
I'm gone.
and it was right there.
I'm
So
gone.
I was the Chick-fil-A cow a handful of times.
Oh, so you side him? No wonder you on his side.
And
You were one of
He
them.
was one of them.
it's a really tough job.
It's not tough.
It is because
not
the
tough.
thing and the thing with Grimace, your visibility is so limited,
I bet.
especially if you're outside.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna get messed up by a rock. If there is a
Stop it.
pebble in this parking lot,
Stop it.
I'm in trouble unless somebody is.
But you had to
guiding
get
me.
maneuvered.
We're too
Yeah.
careless with our words. Tough. That's the word you want to choose.
Tough, yeah,
Okay. So what's picking tomatoes in the Mexican sun?
tougher.
Ah, he knows suffixes.
All right,
This is good.
suffixes.
Homeschool out here.
All right, suffixes.
Ah. No,
That's tough,
it was a
but
sweet
it's-
job. That's what you had. It was a sweet, jolly job.
It wasn't the
That's what you had.
toughest.
It wasn't.
It was not the toughest.
It wasn't
It
tough
was
at all.
not the toughest.
It wasn't tough at all.
Chick-fil-A.
Not tough at all.
It was. It was very hot inside there. I had to sweat. You sweat
Easy.
a lot.
You sweat. You can sweat in your sleep.
Right.
Nobody cares
The
about
only way. The only way
mascots
to
are trash. It's trash, bro. It's all right. It's okay.
I love an easy gig though.
It was an easy gig. It was a
I
good
love.
time.
No, I'm saying I love it.
Good time.
Every time anybody in America got a cushy, easy gig.
Easy gig. I'm here for easy gigs, and they should be paid proportionally.
No, I love a scam.
No,
I love a scam.
Well, that's America's in our heart, so that's how
That's
we
what I'm
live.
saying.
We live off a scam
That's what
country.
I'm saying. So I see somebody who puts on a costume and gets paid
Can't do it.
600,000.
Can't do it.
Hey man,
The nice
one,
thing about
one
Can't
of
do
us
it.
made it.
Can't do it when I have this second grade teacher over here working 3 jobs. I can't
Second
have
grade
it.
teacher get you a mascot
Can't do it.
uniform.
You learn to repel
Get
from a
lead them
ceiling.
students by themselves.
She's-
They'll
she's-
learn to read on their
She's
own.
an immigrant. This is a 22-year-old
Yeah.
white guy who's got a house already
Throw a
somewhere else from
bucket
his
of
family.
fine.
popcorn on
It's not
somebody.
fine.
Make that money.
Burn
and
it
get back.
to the ground.
Go-
They won't give it back.
Go buy some school.
Don't
books
listen to anything
for
they're
these
saying.
Hey, Rocky.
Don't
the
listen to
American
anything they're
dream.
saying. Listen on the sound of my voice. Burn it to the ground. Shut it
I
down.
love a scam.
Y'all don't believe these words. I'm the one here speaking truth.
I do.
Y'all don't
I'm
believe
just
these
saying,
words.
I don't like him, but
Y'all
I
don't
get it.
believe. You can't. You like the Confederate flag?
No.
You understand it? You would defend the Confederate flag? That's what you're saying. I don't like it, but I can understand it. That's the dumbest argument. It makes no sense. I don't like it, but I understand it. That's what you're saying. Silly. Speak from your heart. If we're going to argue, speak from our heart. I hate bad arguments. I don't like it, but I understand it.
It's not a bad argument.
It's a bad argument. I don't like it, but I understand
You
it.
sound like
I
you
don't like genocide. I don't understand
I
it.
don't like vegetables, but I know I need them.
Those understanding and two
Yeah.
different things.
So I understand that I do
Come on,
not
objectivity
a
right now.
preference. This is a
We're
preference.
not talking preference.
We are talking
We're
preference.
talking about livelihood and the
Your-
safety of human beings.
preference
That's not of safety
is
of
that
to
mascots
have a
do
livable
not
wage.
exist. We're not talking about livable wage.
We're talking about money.
We're
I've always been talking about money.
mascots.
No, and their money. If you said
Yes.
$32,000, I'd be quiet. But you didn't. You said $600,000.
You are allowed to get paid whatever
Nobody
somebody
wants
wants
to
to
see
pay.
a second grade
You're
teacher
not.
try to dunk.
You're not.
The moment we want to see a second
I'm
grade
out.
teacher try to dunk,
I'm out.
then they should get that money.
I'm out on
fine with
it.
me.
Dunking is overrated. Nobody cares about dunking.
Look, Miss Tulsa.
Nobody cares
could
about
never
Does
dunk.
anybody try to? Does anybody try to dunk on their honeymoon?
If Miss-
Dunking doesn't pop up.
If my second grade teacher, Miss Holbrook, came out and if she did a dance routine
Yeah.
and then jumped off a trampoline and
Yeah.
did a front flip and
Yeah,
dumped
yeah,
it,
yeah.
then I would say,
Bump the pay.
hey, you
Bump
know
that
what?
pay up.
Bump that
Yeah,
pay.
let's-
And what if they
do
took
that.
off the mask and they had a Confederate flag right on their head?
I'd be like, man, you put the mask back on.
You
Put the
might
mask
want
back
to
on.
leave that mask
You
back.
see
You
here?
might want to put that mask
Only
back on.
only one real one out here on this podcast. You understand what I'm saying out here? This man over here in the
I would, also,
Confederacy.
I would also say, how many people with Confederate flag tattoos do you think can dance like mascots?
A
can?
lot of them.
Zero.
A lot of them.
Zero.
No.
What do you think they were doing in their free time?
Not-
They had no
not-
black people to entertain them in the Confederacy.
Which means they had no black people teaching how to dance.
Oh, they were no. They were dancing.
Oh, you saying dancing?
They didn't have
Yeah.
any critics.
Ah.
That's what it was. Those are two different things. White people dance all the time when they around us. They just have
Obviously,
nobody to
you're
tell
right.
them to do better.
True it's not good choreography.
It's not good choreography.
It's really bad.
Burn it all to the ground.
Okay.
All of it to the ground. $600,000. Absolutely insanity. I'm over here making copies of books in 2011 in Martin Luther King Elementary, College Park, Georgia. And this man over here is walking out for 82 games. Are they going on away games?
No.
Tell me.
No.
No.
They only do home games?
41 games.
Get them out of here! What? They don't travel?
No.
I mean,
Get out of here!
travel.
they travel to
I'm
they
sick
travel
of
to
it.
events.
Oh, burn this all to
They
the
go to,
This
like,
is worse
All-Star
than
Weekend.
Pets theory. I thought Pets was the worst of the worst. This is insane to me.
And that's 41
is
days out of
insane to me.
365 in a year.
This is insane to me.
It's
I
good
think
work.
it's
This is
great.
why
Good.
America ain't been
Good for
great in a
them.
long time, boy.
It's good work if you get it.
God, dog. But
if I
nobody
go
can
back-
get it, David.
If I go back
Only-
in time, I'm telling 16
Only 31-year-old time.
You know why I'm not gonna necessarily. Here's why I
What you saying?
side with the not with the idea of the mascots getting the
David,
money.
you in or you're out, David?
No, hear me.
You're in or you're
As a
out.
comedian,
A
you-
divided house cannot stand. Are you in?
I'm just giving you
or
a fact.
you out?
May I give you a fact?
Oh, I hope it's a fact.
It is a fact.
Give it to us.
The fact that I've gotten paid
Uh-huh.
with a comma
Uh-huh.
to do 5 minutes of jokes.
Yes.
And my grandfather never got that big of a check
Yes.
for laying the concrete that we drive on that is 75.85.
Facts.
I'm like, hey man, right place, right time.
Right place, right
I was right
time.
place, right time.
Right place.
Right
And my
place,
grandfather
right
was
time.
proud of me.
Right place, right
And he was
time.
proud of me.
Yeah, I'm saying as
He
a,
said,
as,
"Get
as
that
a,
money.
As a comedian,
Tell those
Right
stories.
as a
place,
comedian,
right
it's very
time.
tough for me to criticize any other
Why?
entertainment.
Why
job.
so?
Because what we do is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, I'm out on that. I
And
don't believe that at
silly.
all. Oh, absolutely not. I do artwork, baby.
Even that silly.
Hold on. Do you think your job is tougher than a mascot?
Do I think? Yeah, without question.
A professional mascot?
Without question.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, without.
Yeah, I would agree
Boy,
with
get
that.
out of here.
I would agree with
You
that.
think-
You disagree with that?
Yeah.
Here's the
Oh.
moment again.
Oh, you're fake.
The boat.
You're
and the
fake.
David- I'm out.
You're a fake. You're not a real comedian. You're a fake.
You
Get out
think
of
our
here.
job is easier than a mascot?
Is that what
Yeah.
you? Get him
If
out
you're
of here.
good
The
at it.
mascot has security.
You're fake. You're
Chris Rock got
phony.
slapped at the Oscars.
We're not taking him on the road anymore.
Bro,
We're
I
not
am
taking him on the
saying
road anymore.
when I-
you
when
think
I-
you're a clown? You think comedians are clowns?
They're not clowns.
Okay. All right, boy. I would have
When
got off the
I-
podcast right now.
When I saw Freddie Falcon bungee jump from the
Yeah.
top of Mercedes
Yeah,
Benz,
I've jumped out of a plane. So what?
yeah, I've never
That's you.
wanted to do.
That's
yeah,
you.
Yeah, I'm saying this is
Right,
my
right,
opinion.
Right.
I think I see what they do and I go, that's ridiculous. I would never do that.
Sure.
But I'm fine doing what I do.
Yeah. No. Well, I don't know what you do. I know what we do. I don't know what you
Nate,
do.
you be having.
I don't know.
Inside, you say something like,
I don't know what you
just-
do. I know what I do.
Yeah.
I know thoroughly what I do.
What we
I don't know
is
what
harder
you
than
do.
that.
What you do?
It's maybe more physically demanding.
What you do?
Stand-up comedy.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not what you do. I don't know what you do. I don't know any real stand-ups who would say what you just said.
Yeah.
No, no.
There's
I
more
don't
physicality.
He do sillies.
He do
sillies. I don't know what my man do.
He do sillies.
This whole 10 minutes, burn it to the
Yeah.
ground, man.
I think
This man said a mascot who works 44 days a year
41.
because they sweat more and they have to wear a cord 40 games of the year is harder than... Man, stop.
Yeah, no.
Man, stop.
We not aligned now.
Man,
Nate.
stop
We are
right
not
here, bro.
aligned.
Look,
Boy,
and
get
that's
outta
the thing,
here.
I don't even like mascots.
Bro, no, you do.
You on the side of mascots and not
do.
me.
You're have you hurt yourself for 8 minutes?
Ever
you
since,
like mascots.
Ever since Chopper booped me in the nose.
Get out of
I've
here.
been
I'm
against
disgusted right now.
mascots.
This is bad.
What?
All right.
Do we know? You know what stand-up comedy is?
Yes, I
At the peak of the peak? At the
Yeah.
high of the high? I don't think you do, big dog. I don't think you do. What is stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I think the ceiling for us is massive.
No. What
I'm
is the
saying-
art form?
I'm saying the actual act of performing stand-up comedy versus the actual act of being a mascot at an NBA game.
Yeah.
I think being a mascot at an NBA game is tougher than performing an hour.
Use the
stand-up
word tough
comedian.
again. Use the word tough. You used ER that time.
You did.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think
don't know.
both jobs are very
I don't
tough.
Know. I don't know what you do. I know what I do. What you do?
I don't even know anymore if I'm
Oh,
being
man,
honest.
I know what I do, boy. God, it is not easy. I'm gonna tell you right now. You know why? Because most people can't do it.
That's true.
Most people
That's
do.
very
Remember,
true.
most people could get into a costume, have the support team raise them up on ropes, lift them all the way up, and have them flip and throw a ball for 40 days out of 365.
Have you seen
For
that?
40 days out of 365. You go into a room with 1,200 people who hate your guts, who don't know you and care about you at all, and you bring them together anywhere on the planet with one language.
Yeah, you don't have
And they have no idea what you about to
you don't have the
say.
benefit of a mask.
You have nothing right here. And you bring them all together for a short or a long period of time.
It's magic.
Oh,
It's really cool.
Stop it. No. Please be quiet. I don't know what you do. Take your sillies and your joke book and your nonsense and you put that somewhere else. Because I know what I do. Okay. Mascots.
All right.
Harder than stand-up comedy.
You wanna-
You know what I found out?
disgusting.
what?
I didn't know this. Mascots, they're not like superheroes
This man love mascots.
in the sense of
This
like.
man said he don't like mascots.
He got a lot of facts.
I didn't know
ahead.
that.
I
didn't
think
know
his joke
mascots
about Confederate
travel.
towels was really a lie to us the whole time.
No.
I think it was really a ploy the whole time. This man, we let it slide. He was like, I got spoons, I got coins, and towels. And we were just like, man, those are silly jokes.
And meanwhile, they were in his
Meanwhile,
heart.
this whole time, this man, they loved the Confederacy the whole
So
time.
the guy who
Go
was the
ahead.
Pop-Tart mascot.
Yeah.
That's Benny the Bull.
The Pop-Tart mascot?
The Pop-Tart
Oh,
mascot.
he does multiple mascots?
So I didn't know that. I didn't know guys
Oh.
like. I didn't know mascot was like
off-season.
When did a Pop-Tart get a mascot?
During this- was
the
it
Pop-Tart Bowl.
Pop-Tart Bowl, yeah. It was a popular.
It was
yeah.
a big- it
He
was a
came
big
out of a
Pop-Tart.
toaster. but
Yeah.
It was Benny the Bull.
It was Benny the Bull.
Did he
It
get
was Benny
another
the Bull.
600 grand for this?
I don't know what he got
Probably
for
not.
that. I didn't know they were like hermit crabs. and could just
put different.
they could just move out and be like, I'm gonna grab another shell.
That's hilarious.
Let's
All
talk about Cam Newton.
Let's get into that one.
So Cam Newton, who we all know, I'm also glad we're doing this without Dan.
Oh man.
I don't know anybody that dislikes Cam Newton more than Dan,
Uh,
and I don't know where it originates from. Maybe it's the Auburn
It's
thing.
100% the Auburn thing.
But we had maybe the first time this podcast had actual tension
Yes.
was a Cam Newton discussion.
I
I don't,
did-
were you were
He
here?
was
You-
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I defended Cam in some way.
You
In some
defended
way. We don't
Cam.
even remember that.
It
what
was
about,
so it
was
was the Super Bowl when the fumble happened.
Yes.
Was that what it was about?
Cam
That was
jumped
it.
back
Mm,
instead of
yeah.
falling on the ball.
Ah, I see,
We
I
don't
see.
have to
We
rehash.
ain't got to rehash that. That was a
Go back.
decade
It was a
ago.
classic
Good
episode.
times.
It was a
Good
was-
time.
Classic, meaning the numbers were good.
yeah. It's a weird phase. for
Racism
410.
sells.
I think that's one of the lost episodes.
Racism,
Ah.
and racism does well. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Basically, Cam Newton is at it's a camp he's running.
I think
correct?
it's his camp.
I think
It
it's
is-
one of his camps.
It is his camp. Somebody on Twitter said he was dressed like the Wicked Witch of the West,
He 100%
Well, that's
was.
nothing new.
which is
Yeah,
nothing new.
Yeah.
And 4 guys jump him.
Yeah.
4 guys that are all probably under 5'8",
Which
or they look definitely short compared
Well,
to
Cam
the
Newton's
6'5".
6'5".
5'2", 250.
Yeah.
6'5" Cam Newton. Yes, he is dressed like a Spirit Halloween employee,
Sure.
all he was missing was the broom.
but
But
he fends them off
Oh yeah.
easily.
easily.
And I think his entire goal was to defend himself.
Yep.
He never went offensive.
Nope.
No.
Never. Never.
It was one of the best displays of I don't know who you are.
Mm.
I don't know how old you are.
Mm.
I'm not going to get in trouble,
Mm.
but I'm also not going to get beat up.
Oh, for sure.
He won't worry about that.
Yeah. How-
Cat was playing Mousetrap.
How do you have nobody at your camp to help you?
Where's my security around me?
Not even security, just a friend,
This is true,
just
too.
a high school friend, like
couple homies.
just a homie that
Who's
was
helping
just
me
like,
run this camp?
yeah, who's up? And you're all fired. You're all fired.
I
I'm
was like,
like getting beat up.
Where I walk, you walk.
like 4 or 5 people. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It was very disappointing to see. It was just.
Do we know it was over?
No, because he was like giving a speech or something.
They must have hated that speech.
What I heard, don't know if it's actual or not, is
Okay.
that there was discourse online before the camp or a couple days before.
Premeditated, right?
In a sense of like, because we have so much access to people,
Yeah.
right? So we
Too
have
much.
access to people. We can say what we want. You remember a couple years ago, Cam was at another camp,
Oh, that
and his kid is, in my opinion, just being unnecessarily rude to Cam in this playful sports-like banter of calling him trash. I ain't even got to get into that. That was years old. But specifically now, that's what I heard was that they had some hashing out, some disagreements online.
And we don't know what about exactly.
No, not.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
only know what I
Sure,
believe
sure.
I know to be true. And then it probably boiled over blah blah blah, and then boom, I was like, well, let's just go ahead and put in this work on a 6'5", 250-pound athlete who's
You
been a beast
goofy.
from the age of 14.
I also think one of the things we don't realize is that athletes' careers end when they're still young.
Yeah, yeah.
Cam Newton, yes, he is a retired football player.
He's not retired.
Well, he is
He
a
wants in.
He is not in the league.
he
at
is an
this moment in
unemployed
time.
football player
Yes.
that is closer to retirement than not.
That's true.
And he's
Sure.
what, 35?
Yeah, he's less than 40.
Yes. he's
So
under
he
40
is
for
a
sure.
6'5", 250-pound
He bet money. He's still working out. Let's be
35-year-old
very- He's still working out.
in game
Yeah.
shape
Not, let me be clear too. He's not just working out. He's working out to be a professional athlete,
to be a professional
which is
athlete.
different than any of us.
There
do.
it
In a
is.
con-
There it
Working out.
is.
in a
There-
sport
Like his whole day is
Yeah,
working
yeah.
out.
This isn't a
Where-
30-minute Peloton ride
No,
on a Saturday
no, no,
morning.
no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very
for a violent sport.
Yes.
He's not working out to play baseball.
No.
I don't know who was the ringleader, but I can tell you he is not as dumb as the 3 other guys that agreed to it.
God.
Because that would if we were all together
Mm-hmm.
and Damon was like, "Hey, come fight this 6'5" guy with me,"
has like a chain and a chair.
Bro,
Yeah.
I must have
Knife.
a bulldozer. I must be
Yeah.
in a bulldozer.
Yeah.
I must be inside
Right.
of a machinery.
Damon got the Iron Man suit.
I must be on a
I don't know
rhinoceros.
what y'all bringing to this fight. I'm ready to go.
If you ever see me go through a fight on your left, like I must have a team. I must have a team behind me. You understand me?
He not calling us.
he's not.
Y'all must be there for videography. If I tell you, if I'm about to go to a fight,
I just don't know who you are. That's like, that's a pretty good idea. I'm gonna go.
I got the leg. I got the leg. I'm gonna get him up top. And,
then-
none of y'all could knock off his hat.
And then to
You
see
couldn't
him,
even knock off his hat.
yeah.
That's what we all wanted to see.
Yeah.
Can that hat come off? And it didn't.
It didn't.
That hat.
didn't.
That is the commercial for that hat.
That's it.
I don't know what commercial
Right.
they're running right
like
now.
that Stanley that made
Yes.
it through that fire.
This is the commercial for that hat company. Hat so snug, won't even fall off in a fight. That fight. I mean, it was so many chances
So
for
many
that hat to
opportunities.
fall off, and it didn't.
it looks like the sorting hat.
It does like the sort of hat. The self control. I want to because Cam hasn't, in my opinion, had the most necessarily the best comments in general over the last like 18 months.
Anybody
So I
who-
want to give him a shout out right
Give him a
now.
shout out.
The level of self control.
Yes.
This man could have significantly
Oh,
hurt
yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
I want them. He could have like I couldn't see very well, but people like I could kind of see a smirk. Like he was not.
Yeah.
He was not worried
unfazed.
about this little thing right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So he could have bow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and all of them been down and hurt. And the worst thing I want to say is this: now, hypothetically, potentially, this could impact who the most? The kids, on who are there present. But then athletes, I've heard, listening to like other reports, athletes stop doing things because parents and adults
Yeah,
ruin it.
Yep.
So they harass them like, I'm not doing the camp anymore. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the
Yeah.
case may be. So hypothetically, the kids that day and in the future
Gonna
could get
lose
the
out.
brunt of this right here. And
I-
it's embarrassing.
I want to
Straight
shout
up.
out another person who's probably not gonna get this shout out. I'm connecting dots right now.
Mm.
But the way Cam was like blocking him off, shout out to Mark Richt. Because Mark Richt recruited him as a tight end. And I'm looking at this, I was like, you know what? Yeah, he became obviously probably Hall of Fame type quarterback. But he wasn't wrong to recruit him as Mark Richt, you weren't wrong to put him as a tight end. The way he was moving him off, man, that would have protected the quarterback for sure. So Mark Richt, we ain't forgot about you,
see
man.
you,
Shout out.
Mark.
You said you had a vision. It was limited,
vision.
but I see the vision now.
See,
Yeah.
Mark.
Good for Cam.
Good for
Good
Cam.
for Cam.
All right, let's end on something maybe a little bit more fun.
Mm.
We'll see. It hasn't been a ton of fun on this
Hey,
podcast.
great time. What you talking
I'm
about?
having a blast.
Great time.
It's been one of my favorite episodes.
Thank you, Joe.
I've been yelled at several times.
Stop saying dumb stuff.
Very simple.
Let's talk about the face of the NBA
Yeah.
because it's a lot of people think it's up in the air right now
Okay.
because you have Steph, Kevin Durant, LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
several players on the other side of 30,
Mm-hmm.
if not LeBron's
35.
40.
On the side of 35. They all 35
He
and
hit
over.
that
35.
count, Richard Jefferson. He's 43.
So a lot of people are going, who's the next face of the NBA?
Mm.
JJ Redick, who is quickly becoming maybe my favorite
He's doing great.
podcaster.
I didn't see that for him.
right
Okay.
now. I didn't see it either. I've always disliked him
Mm.
because of the Duke thing.
Yeah. He
And
made me
then-
forget he went to Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
And then he just
solid.
never played for a team that I liked.
Okay.
So, but then when you come out and you complain about NBA starting things late.
Mm.
You complain about Doc Rivers. I'm in. You had me at Doc Rivers sucks.
Okay.
So he
He could have said that to after February. You know what I'm saying?
Timing.
Yeah.
Timing, man.
Yeah.
that's true. Fair enough.
Oh, the one winning black coach? We don't like you. It's like, all right, well,
Timing.
March is coming. Like,
Yeah,
you can wait.
it's right there. It's
Right
February. Well, it's a leap year. That's probably why I was
That's
like,
why
I
you couldn't
can't
wait.
I can't wait. This is the
wait.
longest. This is the longest February
Couldn't
will
wait.
ever be.
Mm.
But basically, he brought it up where he's like, I think that the face of the NBA usually is American, and he said the biggest point. He goes, you have to want it. And he goes, I don't know who wants to be the face of the league right now.
I heard to add a little meat
Interesting.
on this bone for a second here. I thought it was interesting to think about it. There's only been like 8 to 10 faces of the league in the totality of the league.
Okay.
And if you go if you can say Celtics / Russell, Kuzi,
Sure.
right? You got them right there, right? Then it kind of hits that tough phase. So you get a little Kareem with the Bucks, right? A little bit there, but really we know, if you know NBA pretty well,
Bird
after
Magic.
Russell, it kind of the NBA as a whole
took a hit
dips, right?
until
So then Bird Magic
Bird
comes
Magic.
back, right? Let's put them respectfully,
Yeah,
two people,
yeah,
but
4.
boom, right?
Yeah.
And then if
1A,
you want to
1B.
if you want to give a mini to the Pistons, shout out, that was for you. That was for
Yeah,
you.
But there's no face. There was
Thank-
no face.
thank
There's
you.
No team. No,
It's
no, I wouldn't
Jordan.
like that. Yeah, it's Jordan.
Shaq, Kobe. Tim was not the face, and he won 5
Definitely not.
championships.
No.
You go, Shaq, Kobe.
AI.
I respect that.
You got
Sure.
it.
I would say Kobe handed it off to LeBron.
Well, we'll throw AI in there for such a cultural.
That was
such a
huge.
culture. I'll
We
give you
didn't-
that. I'll give you that.
They,
We didn't go
they,
argue.
they fought him and he still got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom. Then you go LeBron, Steph.
Yeah.
That what is that? 9?
9. Yeah, 9.
This league has been around for almost 100 years. So the face of the league, one, is not a thing that throws. It's not the MVP. It's
Yeah.
not a. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about essentially if you're talking about 9,
You're-
we're talking about
A deck.
your face for the who's the face for a
Yeah,
decade.
right.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
age is gonna play a part.
Yeah.
Right. That's gonna play a part. It's been interesting, Liz, thinking about how so American the sport has been, but now it's an international sport.
Yeah.
The best 3 to 4 players, arguably, are all international players.
Yeah.
So that is, I just want to add that piece there about the conversation because
Sure.
when I heard, I was like, dang, that's really interesting that 10 tops have been the face of the league
Yeah.
for a couple years or more.
Yeah.
But who would I, if I was going to answer that question, who do I think? You know, let's say all 3 of them retire in the next
We
2
all
years.
gotta have the same answer.
Well, I think we all have 3 different answers.
Okay.
Well, we don't do this too often. Let's do on the count of 3. We're gonna say it out, and then we'll
Alright.
get into
Okay.
it.
All right.
All right. So just be clear. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then we
Answer.
say.
Okay,
it.
all right.
Okay. Just because sometimes you know how it go.
Yes.
All right. The face of the league for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Anthony Edwards.
Let's go.
It's Ant. It's
Come
Ant.
on.
Home,
I
man.
was
did
worried.
not-
I thought
we
somebody-
did not
No,
plan
I'm not
that.
playing that.
That was not planned.
Unplanned.
Not
Nah, he got the
Wow.
juice.
Age.
He got the juice.
Magic.
Bro,
Skill.
Signature
Skill.
shoe.
Signature
Fun.
shoe.
Like that AE1 as someone
Charisma.
who's been trying to buy. It is
I've been-
nowhere.
It's no. I
It's-
tried to buy it.
I tried to buy it in every color, and they don't got it nowhere.
My.
This is like Jordan-esque.
Yeah.
He got compared. Remember?
He did.
Who was that? KG was like he's 84 Jordan.
Yeah,
They was
yeah.
like
Mm.
and I'm looking. I'm like, nah, he's
What is
80.
he?
He's 84.
What is he? What year? How old is he? 23 at the oldest.
Maybe
23.
24. Maybe 24.
He
I'll-
came out
I'll
at
look it up.
20. This only is like third year. He may
No,
be.
this is not his third year.
I think this is his third year.
It's gotta be
Rookie.
his-
Last year was sophomore.
No.
You think this is his 4th year in the league?
He played during.
He's 22.
22.
22. Yikes. Yeah, it's him.
He's been in the NBA for 4 seasons.
This is 4th season. Dang, those years go by quick.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I'm glad. Look.
Yeah,
I'm
because
glad
he
we
was
don't
one
come
and done
together.
at UGA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one and done at UGA.
Yeah. Nah. He.
Wow.
It's him.
Yeah, it's him.
And
It's him.
I'm struggling to think. The only other person I think could be the face
Face
is just popularity is Luca.
of popularity.
Popularity. But
Swag,
like, Luka
game
ain't got
skill
no,
set.
but he ain't
But
got no. He ain't got.
he ain't got no
ant
sneaks.
swag.
He ain't got no sneakers.
He do. He's with
Does he?
Jordan Brand.
Yeah, he's got.
And
He got his own
signature
He
shoes.
got a signature Luca.
Luka?
They're not, but nobody wants them.
Oh, I
Nobody's
didn't know
buying
that.
them like
I
the
ain't even
Ants.
know that.
Nobody's buying them. Like
I did
the
not know he
Ants.
had a signature shoe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We know
Skill
Ant.
set, swag, 2 points.
If you wanted to, so
But-
guys at the top of the league that have signature shoes that we don't talk
Also,
about.
it's a lot actually.
Tatum has one.
Yeah, Tatum.
That
Also
I
with
think
Jordan Brand.
Jordan
Giannis,
Brand.
Giannis does.
Giannis
Nike.
does.
Yeah,
It's just the only other names that I think are even worth a discussion.
worth a discussion.
Tatum,
Worth a discussion.
Halliburton.
I'm a
Nah.
fan.
I'm a fan of him.
I'm
but
a
no.
fan, but
I'm
not
just-
right now.
Not
I
out-
hear you. I
not
hear
out
you.
Indiana.
No. Bird was. Oh, well, Bird not from. He's
Boston,
from-
exactly.
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
I was thinking of college.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, and that's really all I've got.
Right now.
I
it's-
understand that there are better players. Wembanyama
To-
might have a better career. Luka,
Then who?
well, just than Tatum and Halliburton.
Okay.
Same thing with Luka, but it's a desire. It is a charisma.
Yeah.
It is a people want to
like
be
Jokic is
around them.
two-time MVP. We like we're not even in discussion.
Well, he
with it.
doesn't want to be.
Well,
Yeah.
what we also thought. Well, I'm saying there was a conversation when he won and got 60 points that Giannis 3 years ago when he won that title
But he's
on
also-
that cusp.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh.
How old is Giannis?
He's less than 30.
Yeah.
And he had the shoe. He got the championship. She was like, oh, he finna go back to back.
He
So
should
it's-
be.
He's
If
a
you think
funny,
about it,
charismatic.
he has
like
all
he's,
the things.
He's got all the things.
But
Let's
it's just
be- yeah.
Well,
2 years ago, I just want
does
to say
him
this.
being Greek play into that?
To me, no.
I think him not being a guard plays into it. I
think
think
that-
guards.
I would go more so the size factor
Yeah.
than the international
Yeah.
aspect. I want to say 2 years ago, who would have been more so in the conversation
Mhm.
would have been Morant. 2 years ago,
Mm.
when they beat maybe it was the Warriors in the play-in or something like that. They were the
Yeah.
number 2 seed. He
Yeah.
was at a high, the shoe, the high flying. He's
Yeah.
a personable guy. 2 years ago,
Yeah.
before ba-ba-da-ba,
Yeah.
he would have
So,
been strong.
ba-ba-da-ba.
Now he is not.
Yada yada yada.
But now I think most people,
Oh.
we are on the same page with saying
And it's
Anthony
just
Edwards.
fun.
He's great.
You
So
put
much
it
fun.
from
He's great.
coming into the league. You put a microphone in front of him.
That was a good time.
He's 100% himself.
100% him.
But he's 100%. It's just like
a
it's
good
just fun. He's had a couple hiccups. That we kind of had to like.
Yeah,
you see that?
yeah. But he's young. He was 20.
Yeah.
Let's
you
give
know,
some grace.
Let's throw it. I'm gonna throw a name out there who's probably hurt, who it should be, who we wanted to give him the world.
Ooh, who you got?
Zion. We wanted to give him the world.
Zion Williams.
He had it all,
had it all.
and them beignets was too good.
Too good.
It was too
Too
good.
good.
It beignets.
Them beignets.
Yeah, you can take that.
Them
However, you want. That means
beignets.
multiple things. Them
Yeah.
beignets,
Good.
yeah,
Ooh.
was too good.
Heavy on the yay.
Heavy on the
Too
yeah.
many beignets
Too many
sliding
beignets.
into
Yeah,
DMs.
in New Orleans?
Yeah, they've been. Yeah,
Ooh, them
boy.
beignets.
But you think about it should have been him.
My.
It should have been him.
My.
Like no one,
New
no
Orleans
one,
a fun
because
city.
he came in way more hype
Oh, high flyer.
than
high
Ant-
school.
than Ant. Yeah,
Yeah,
way more
Duke.
hype than Ant. Came in with the Duke pedigree. We
Jeez.
had so you had a base,
Oh,
and you
went to
couldn't
the
stay out
party
of them
city.
beignets.
I had been. You couldn't stay out them beignets.
Couldn't
Stay
stay
out
out of the
On them
beignets.
beignets, in them beignets.
Yeah, this should have been the title
Yeah,
of it.
sliding into beignets
Sliding
DMs.
into-
No,
Beignets.
boy. Oof,
Yeah.
just beignets in your mouth.
Paying
just
for beignets.
beignets.
Paying for beignets.
You ain't gotta pay for beignets.
No.
I don't know why people pay for beignets.
Yeah.
That's what a
You coulda-
trash
you
man
could have
do.
gotten a beignet anywhere.
Anywhere. You could have got a
Anywhere.
beignet, but you wanted to get all type of beignets.
What's a beignet? I ain't know he was in the beignets. He's been.
I didn't know if you.
It's
I'm not.
2024. Everybody's in the beignets.
I'm not. I'll make that clear right now.
I would say I have a choice
Yeah.
between beignets and beignets.
Yeah, I'm a beignet guy.
Beignet.
I'm
All
just-
day beignet.
Yeah, all day beignet.
All day. Give me full plate of beignets.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually never seen a beignet. if
I'm
being
not
honest.
here to judge Damon for
You
liking
seen
the
a
beignet.
beignet.
I'm not here to
You-
judge
we all
Damon
see
for the
beignets.
I ain't-
Walk outside, turn left. Beignets.
Beignets.
Beignets
I
and
just-
beignets.
I like the powder. You
That's
know,
powder and beignets.
I like the dough. I just, it's not.
What
It's,
you trying to say?
beignets are not for me.
No, okay.
But hey,
All right.
more look, if you're a beignet,
You ever been to Vegas?
no.
There's some beignets out there. And you never buy a beignet. I'm gonna tell you right
Never
now.
buy a beignet.
That's how you go home with measles.
But yeah, are we forgetting anybody? I want to make sure we forget
Nah,
anybody.
that's the list. That's
I mean,
the list.
Fight for him. Go ahead.
Who?
Make your case. He
Fight for
wants
who?
to. Fight for him. Go ahead.
Don't.
There's if Atlanta had played this right,
Mhm.
Trey Young's in this conversation.
Nope. He not even gonna be in the Hawk next year. I hope we trade him. This is just some insider stuff.
Yeah, he's
He's
just-
hurt right now.
Everybody should move on.
We're
from
gonna go on a run without him because we're actually gonna play a good brand of basketball,
him.
and he want to
He's
move on.
he's having the best year of his career.
That's fine. This is real sportsy, but I want because we're talking about it real
Mm.
quick. They say like James Harden is the system,
Mm,
Trey Young is the system.
okay.
Why? This is a recent development where we like design a team around a system,
Mm.
and why do we think that that's okay?
Mm.
Because it never works. And I thought about this: if Michael Jordan
Mm.
wasn't the system,
Mm.
why are we making James Harden and Trey Young?
The
Michael
Trey-
Jordan had we learned from
Triangle.
the Last Dance, run the triangle.
Run the triangle.
Everybody else works. Why are we making players the system, and then curious why it doesn't work?
Because it's lazy.
It's 100% lazy.
The Hawks front office has been lazy.
It's not just them. I'm saying in the
Multiple-
league.
Yeah,
multiple
but
Harden-
I'm saying from what I've
Others who haven't
seen and paid
succeeded.
attention to more than the Harden stuff, the Hawks front office has been they've been very lazy. They've been very dismissive. Anyway, we don't have to get into that.
All right.
Maybe it'll be
But I knew you were gonna make a case for.
I think
Had
that
a few years ago, the New York situation, Eastern
Yes.
Conference Finals, et cetera, et cetera.
I think Atlanta dropped the ball on that one.
Sure.
Anyway,
Anywho,
anything else you guys are feeling?
we learned a
before
lot
we wrap
today.
this up.
We learned a lot today.
No.
I learned a lot today.
I think we
Thank
got
you
it.
to all the beignets, beignets, and beignets that are paying attention to this
Shout out
podcast.
to all them bins.
All the
Bins.
bins.
All the
bins,
bins.
baby.
All the bins.
This is a pro bin podcast.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, we're very pro bin.
Come
We're
on.
pro bin.
Pro
Pro
bin.
Any bin.
Any bin.
All
Whatever
bins.
bin you want to be.
All
Bend-
bins welcome.
Bend away.
My name's Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at Nate Owens Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, Nathan Owens Comedy, NathanOwensComedy.com. Just find I'm all over the place this spring. So
Where you at tomorrow?
Come
Ain't
on
you
out.
somewhere tomorrow?
I don't know if this is gonna drop. If you're in Wilmington, North Carolina, come to Why Not Sky Bar.
You say it like that.
So you
I don't
know.
remember if there was like a. It's Why Not. I think it's a. I think it's
If you're
called
in
Sky
Wilmington, you know where it's at.
Come on,
Bar. You know where it's at.
Well,
Just
it's
come
4
on.
bars in
Come on up to the building. It's got the wine. It'll have me. Yeah, and then I'm in Florida in a couple more weeks for spring training games plus some comedy stuff.
Ooh.
So Asheville's coming up.
Ooh.
Tulsa.
Got the website updated?
He
I need to
outside.
double check, but yeah, I think I got the website all updated. So
He outside.
NathanOwensComedy.com.
Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DuorDie. That's at DueOrdie. If you're this week in Atlanta, I'll be at the Punchline,
Hey.
featuring for my man Matt Bronger.
It's gonna be a good time.
But it's Friday. I'm not gonna be there. I will be at the Atlanta History Center for the Night of Ideas, which myself, Atlanta comedian Storm Artis, Mark Kendall.
Harry the Hawk.
If Harry's there, I'm gonna ask him for some money, cause you got it.
You got it, Harry.
Got my man Don Bean, friend of the show.
Come on.
Don Bean. It's a Night of Ideas. I would try to explain to you what that means, but I've read it several times. I don't know what it means, but just know I'm gonna be there, and it's gonna be a good time, and we're gonna have some ideas.
Bang, there it is.
But yeah,
at
that's
night.
where I'm gonna be at night.
Get at me on Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans, Damon Jr. 2, Damon Jr. 2, Damon Jr. 2. Dirty Damon is out right now, OnlyFans. Hit the link in the bio wherever you at. In Dallas, I told you I'm coming. March 24th, Dallas Comedy Club. It's going to be a great
We're
time.
children.
Bring
We are
all of
children.
It's because he said OnlyFans first.